get to know her better. And
as soon as a girl smiles at me, she gains a point. If you were rating women from 1 to 10, which I'd never do, but they become more attractive when they're attracted. Do you feel that way too?
Yeah.
So it's not just the hottest, but the coolest.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah. Understood.
There's a lot of criteria to add in.
Yeah. And where do you want to take this? How good do you want to get? Good enough or to mastery? Because mastery is to let go of your outcome in any one particular set. It's not to win the set. It's to solidly play the game, phase by phase, to get consistency. It's not necessarily to win the set. It's just to make a certain gambit that you're running consistent. And it's what I call proficiency, where you can get proficient with the 30 or so different places in the pickup where you can actually screw up. There's like 30 different places where you can screw up. You can screw up near the beginning. 5 minutes in, you can screw up. You can screw up in the open. And those are kind of, they're harsh, they hurt, right? It's like being punched in the stomach, but you survive those ones because you're still out in the field and you can say, recover, soldier, next set, and you open up the next set and you're doing fine again. What sucks is when you're 5 hours in and you've invested that much time and energy, and it's maybe a few days of time to accrue those hours with the person, that if something screws up, it can really be frustrating. So what I'd like to know as well is if we have reoccurring sticking points, I'm sure all of us do, where is it? Is it in the pickup? Is it in mid-game? Your day 2s, your day 3s? Is it in end game? Is it in seduction? Where is it for you? Where is it for you? What's your weak point? Is it pickup as a weak point, or is it mid-game as your weak point?
Pickup, I would say.
Pickup is the focal point. So
Yeah.
once you get the girl into your life,
I feel like that's where it gets really easy after that.
it gets, yeah.
Like for me, it's most of the pickup. Like this one night, I opened like 12 sets, and all 12 were just terrible.
Oh, are they? Okay. But you did 12, man.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. Doing 12 sets a night is good practice.
Yeah.
That's a good night. Even if they all went shit.
Cool. So
How long do they typically last?
that night, for some reason, it was just like, I think I was just in a bad mood. Someone told me something personal over the phone.
Okay.
And it was over spring break. And I went out like that, and I tried to pump my state up either way, but still, my sets didn't open, but
Right.
I still tried and tried and tried.
Yeah, yeah.
The next day was way better, so.
Fair.
Don't bring your baggage to the
Yeah,
club.
don't bring your baggage to the club. Nobody cares, as they say. No one cares about your baggage. Even if you have family members who have died, if you want to win the game, you have to let go of that. That's more high. That's more advanced. That's high end.
Yes, yeah.
I like to stick to structure and
Material.
and tactics, techniques, specific things that we can do to get better, rather than the esoteric inner game stuff, of how to be. I'd like to get to specific strategies so that we can get good at something that we can apply to the pursuit, right? As opposed to a way of being, this top-down approach. This is how to be. But yeah, don't bring your baggage to the club is one of those top-down approaches. What not to do, as opposed to specifically what to do next, right? All right, I'm just getting an assessment, like a taste of who you are, and doing my best to understand a little bit about your background, because where I will focus over the next couple days may not be the same for every boot camp. It'll change boot camp to boot camp, because we have so much material that we have been able to accrue over the years, and we've run them in boot camps that, we've done a 10-day boot camp.
Yeah, 10 days and 9 nights.
And kept everyone's brains mentally stimulated. So we only have so much time to get to know each other in this weekend. I would like to get the most change possible with you guys. So I'm going to watch you do some sets tonight. You get to watch us do some sets. We're going to push ourselves to do sets. A set is a group of people, by the way. Women of beauty are rarely alone. They're usually in a group. So we're going to work groups. If you think that walking up to a girl in front of a magazine rack all by herself is the stereotypical way of pickup, that's not the case. Beautiful girls are in groups. And some of those groups will have guys in them. And besides, we want the girls in those magazines. They're not alone. They're in groups. A single set is approachable. Of course, if you want to approach a single set out there, that's possible. But generally speaking, the hottest are in groups. So we're going to force ourselves to face the dragon head on and strike its heart, opening the 3 set. Now, that isn't the end-all and be-all of pickup. It's just seeing the girl in a set and opening it up. I've discovered that the hottest girl, instead of approaching her group directly, if I were to approach an adjacent set, build social proof, and draw the hot set in, I would get the girl from the second set. She would feel much more comfortable with me because I'm with friends. I'm a safe bet. I'm pre-selected by having women with me already, and therefore I'm considered attractive to the second set, right? The first set I'm going to have to open cold, and this is why we call it a cold approach boot camp. It's cold approach pickup. You got to open up these sets cold, but it's not the first set that is going to draw your target. It's the second set. So remember, it's a 1-2 punch. I don't want to use the word punch. That sounds violent, but I was watching Cobra Kai. I was watching Karate Kid this past week. But it's the second set. That's my point. What other things can we learn about them?
Well, I want to give you all a bit of material to use. It can be personalised if you want, but for now, let's just make it standard, canned. What are you normally opening with, for example?
Do you have any default openers?
Does anyone have a default opener?
I've never tried canned openers.
Okay, you're going in free flow, which is going in boring. You're boring. Boom.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I came here.
Okay, great. It turns out that you can have a higher impact upon entry. And what I like to do is have my sound bites that come out of my mouth. How are you? Fine, thanks. How are you? Boring, right? How are you? Magical. I want them to be a little bit more rare. All my openers, all my sound bites, I want the girls to be impressed and curious as if they haven't heard that before, right? Or at least it's a rare soundbite. And we have a whole bunch of openers that are rare soundbite openers. Like for instance, what's in your belly? That's an opener. What's in your belly? I got a lobster in my belly. What's in your belly? What did you eat today?
I ate Thai food.
Thai food. So I'll call you Thai all night long. You're Thai. You can call me lobster. I got a lobster and a double shot of Jaeger. I got Jaeger in my belly. And you know what the double shot is doing right now? It's making love in my belly. That's an opener. Current emotional state opener.
And you get to touch that.
I can't write it in a book. I could get away with more. What's in your belly? What's in your belly? Right? And I can convey that my current emotional state is non-needy, non-threatening, and playful. So that's something to consider. A new way of opening sets is coming off more playful on the open, acting drunk, even when you haven't had a drink, because you can get away with more. If I hug the guys, hey, let me introduce you, this is my very good friend. Then I can hug the girls and I can get away with more. Just some thoughts on opening. What are your openers? Anything?
Anything I have any openers.
If there's a 3 set of a guy and 2 girls, and they're there,
Yeah.
open.
So I don't really think I've ever done that before.
How do you meet girls?
One-on-one kind of a scenario.
Okay, so your focus has been on single sets
Yeah.
instead of the groups. Okay, fair.
Yeah. So
This is going to open up a new experience to you.
I know.
You've done groups, because even if you open up a single, in a nightclub environment, it's not single for long. There's going to be a merging of the group. That shit happens, right?
Yeah.
So how to handle multiple sets. We need multiple openers. If you have one opener, you can't repeat it to the next set, especially when you're going to be doing what we do. We merge sets. Set merging is cool. It's something we want to do. We want to open up a group and then say, let me introduce you to some good friends of mine, and backwards merge them into a previously open set. Sometimes we'll want to forward merge them to show our social intelligence by saying, hey, let's go make some friends. And by rolling off of the girl that you're really interested in, by showing her, demonstrating that you've got the willingness to walk away, you're not all up into her. Tell me more, facing her. Tell me more. But rather saying, hey, let's go make some friends.
You can do a 15 set.
That's a roll off.
A 15 set's good because look how many women you're attracting. You've got more choices going on. You can talk to loads of different ones at once.
Yeah.
When we were in Helsinki, I opened up a 15 set by just saying, so what's the occasion tonight? Who's the boss? And then they all pointed to the girl getting married. So I just threw my scarf in and pulled her up and say, your friends are really tight.
Pulled it.
They
It was like fishing.
Yeah, it was fishing.
They're all
I
there.
see her hands slowly, and they're all like, go, one, go. And just like, as soon as she grabbed it, I was like, pulled her up. Did a little
Yeah,
spin.
like a hook. Got her.
Yeah.
Literal
Literal
fishing.
hook point.
And I just said to her, your
It
friends
was,
are really
yeah.
tight. They've only paid $5.99 for me to come and be the entertainment for today. So you either get a joke or a magic trick. Which will it be? Oh, I like you. You can have both. And that was it. The game was afoot. And they're all getting attracted by it. Because you're displaying yourself.
There's lots of schools of thought. There's single approach theory, there's group theory, there's indirect approach where you initiate a conversation topically and get everybody talking and conversing with each other and with you rather than going in direct. That's another school of thought where you show your interest on the open. We do them all. I'm actually the guy that wrote the verses, direct versus indirect, day game versus night game. All those differences that the pickup artist community is compartmentalized by all these schools of thought. Yeah, we do them all. So whatever you want to focus on, just tell me. If you want to focus on day game, we're going to do a little bit of day game because we have the place to do it, right? And we've got day game experts here. So if you're ever to learn day game, this is the weekend to do it. But we are going to focus on groups at night because that's where the hottest girls are. It's nice to meet girls in the day as well, but going off in night, bringing the girls you met in the day with you into a nightclub environment where you already have opened a set earlier, you've got your pre-selection, you've got your social approval for the next set, for that second set to see you, they snag better.
Day game to night
They
game.
hook.
Yeah.
Day game to night game.
And you can invite all the girls you meet in the day.
Yep.
At night. You're having an event. You're partying like it's Ocean's 11.
Well, what we're really doing is we're already touching upon the fact that there are different levels of game. And I will talk about the 5 levels of game when we have time to do that. But let's continue for now. Do you have any openers that you've been using to initiate a conversation with a group?
Well, I tried a few times the Titanic opener.
Okay.
I tried that one.
How many
Only a-
times?
only a
yeah.
few?
How many times?
Only a few times?
Yeah, only a few times.
20 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not yet up to 20 times.
So how
but
many times?
3 times.
So you've got 17 to go?
Yeah,
Today and tomorrow.
I'm interested in doing more
Great.
delivery and so on.
Fair. Do you guys know the Titanic opener?
No, I do not.
I'm going to give you a synopsis of it. Did you hear that the Titanic actually did not sink? The Titanic didn't sink. Did you ever hear about its sister ship, the Olympic? There was a sister ship. You won't hear about it in the news, but if you look it up, you can find out about the HMS or HRS? RMS, my
HMS,
bad.
isn't
No,
it?
I'm just drunk. The RMS Titanic. The RMS, I'm really brain farting right now. The RMS Olympic was a sister ship, and it was smashed on the same side, coincidentally, that the Titanic supposedly was smashed. And the Olympic was no longer in commission. It was a broken ship, a very expensive broken ship. And it limped back from where the crash took place in New York Harbor and went back to Southampton, where for 2 weeks, the Olympic and the Titanic, brand new, were berthed side by side. And it is purported that what occurred is they switched ships, and everybody who got onto the Titanic was actually secretly getting onto the Olympic. All they did was change the back lettering from Olympic to Titanic. All the White Star cutlery and plates, they were all the same anyway. There was White Star Line. So all they had to do was change the name. And everyone who got onto that ship had purported that there was a list, which means it's not straight. If you put a cannonball on the deck and let go, it'll roll off of it. A brand new ship, that's not supposed to happen. But they said that it left with a list. And the Olympic had a list. Now, how do we know this for fact? 2 of the letters fell off the broken bow. The ship sank. We found the grave site. We found where the ship is. It turns out the ship that they found is the Olympic. 2 of the letters fell off and it revealed MP. Olympic, MP, Olympic. They found the Olympic. So everything you know about the Titanic has been fictitious, has been written up by the very people who won the $12.5 million in gold bullion from Lloyd's of London. And that money was used to fund the movies. Whether that's true or not doesn't matter. I'm just running a routine. I'm just running a story in field. But the neat thing about that story is it gets heated. People will it's a heated debate. I'll just put it like that. And you don't have to be right or wrong. You just have to be not talking about pickup. I'm not talking about pickup, am I? I'm talking about some topical conversation that is not about me and her. The people, her friends, the people around her are disarmed by this type of story because they don't see me coming. They don't see it as pickup, right? Especially when I'm disagreeing with her. I'm disagreeing with the very girl that I'm going to end up sleeping with. And yes, I used Titanic on Sana.
I know. What was that?
My girlfriend in Finland.
Just a caveat on Russian pickup. Can you guess what works better, teasing or challenging?
Challenging, probably.
Yeah. I've learned from bad mistakes of being the kind of Baxter in Moscow, using all my high energy teasing, and to a Russian girl, that's quite bizarre. That works very well in Toronto or LA. But the moment I started challenging, just drop in a challenge, a nice disagreement.
Give them an example.
Yeah.
Do you have an example of one?
She might say when you go for the assumption about what she does. Yeah, so classic day game, you look very creative. You must be
making a statement rather than asking her a boring question like, what do you do? Asking is not nearly as good as making a statement. You look like you're from California. You look like you're a Jersey girl. Is better than saying where you're from. Even if you're wrong. You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, it's even better if you're wrong. Because she says, no, I'm not a Jersey girl, I'm from Moscow. And then you can hit her with, in day game you can do it pretty quickly. Because remember, the fault of day game, and I'm guilty of this, you've opened with a compliment, yeah? And if you read Mystery Method, you know, why is opening with a compliment perhaps not the best thing to do, especially in the night time?
Because that's not even teasing, that's being nice.
Even worse than that, think of IOIs and IODs. You run up to the girl, you say, "Excuse me, I think you look beautiful." What's the problem with that?
Well, she's in the club, she does look beautiful. That's obvious.
But even on the street.
I mean, it's a big IOI of yourself if you go up to her.
Yeah, it's almost a pick-up sin that you're opening with.
It's
Huge
like
intent.
revealing your
Yeah,
cards. It's
okay.
like playing 21 and
It's
putting
like-
your cards down immediately.
It's like saying, do you want some cock?
Yeah.
It pretty much is, yeah, girls know it.
Does
So-
Do you want some cock? No? Okay.
Okay.
And that's the guy you see doing 1,000 on the street, you know. You look nice, you look nice,
Yeah.
you look nice. That's not pickup, that's fool's mate.
Yeah, fool's mate.
So we spend most of our time in day game, we give the compliment quickly and then we take it back. So I'll do a lot of that. Let's just finish the challenge thing. We can take it back.
So you look nice for a
Challenge.
Jersey girl.
You look quite nice, you know. But, it's a great word to add, but. Not that but. Yeah. You look nice, but. Again, very okay. And she's immediately, especially a Russian girl, she's immediately, what? And they say, oh no, there's my dress tucked in. No. You look nice, but it was really strange to see you so positive. You cannot be Russian. It's a great one for tonight. You cannot
nice.
be Russian. You are far too relaxed. So there's something suspicious going on here. And
By tomorrow, you guys will be writing these things down.
Yeah,
We'll-
you should be
we'll-
writing
We'll
it
get
down.
him down.
No,
We'll get him down.
yeah.
And she's going to defend herself.
We'll
just,
hit this again.
It's just a little challenge. Or she says she's a lawyer, and you no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it for 1 second. You're not a lawyer. That's a kind of a playful challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wait for one topic that she brings up. Tasting music is a good one. Yeah. So she says she's really into opera. I'll wait and then I'll go challenge, especially in Russia. Bang. Opera, no. I really dislike opera. I just don't get it. It's really a waste
Don't
of
be
my
the yes
energy.
man, be the no man.
Don't be the yes
in
man.
Russia particularly.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's
the
good.
The teasing and the jokes, maybe in the night they're going to be, you know, Rob will show you a lot of that, but in the day you'll notice a lot of blank faces.
Well, it's funny because I met some girls in the club, and then one of them I really, really liked, and she's like, we're going to go to another club. And she took me to a sort of half strip club, half bar, and I was like, hold on, it's a bit suspicious, like that. And
Yeah, she may be hired to do
and-
that.
Yeah. And she was, but she wasn't gaming me at all, right? Because she got nothing off me. She came back to the other bar and hung out with me. But all she wanted to do was dance for me. She wanted just to dance for free. She did the dance for me free. She said, I'm just going to get changed, put all the clothes on, heels, everything. I was like, this is amazing. And then she did the dance. I sat with a girl, her friend. She did it all, came back, said, how'd you like it? I said, don't really like strip clubs. I love strip clubs.
Yeah.
But don't know, like strip clubs. Put your clothes on, we'll go back to do it. And she did. We went back. Yeah. Which looks stunning. I really wanted to keep them clothes on. I love it. Love the heels. But one of my things that I say is a half compliment. So I say you have the second best shoes I've seen today. That's how I open with.
That's
Or-
his opener.
Yeah.
It's a great opener.
Very
I've seen him use it. It works great. Those are the second best shoes I've seen today.
And you can say the second best of anything. Jacket, hair, nails.
Pants,
Nails would be
yeah.
good in Russia.
Your favourite topic in Russia for women? Shoes.
Shoes, yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah. By a million.
By most women,
But
shoes.
particularly.
Yeah.
And if they have high heels, you can
Oh.
particularly, specifically point those
Yeah.
out.
And a good one is, we came, well, that's something I came up with. By accident,
Oh, right.
I hear those are coming back in fashion.
Oh, stick the knife.
Yeah.
Oh, get in there.
God, very good.
I hear they're making a comeback.
Any openers that you've been using?
Normally I just say hi.
High's an opener. High initiates a conversation sometimes.
And then take it from there.
Okay. So
So I'm going to change it up a bit.
let's take it from there. What else are you going to say?
Yeah. Normally it's like this typical day game routine. I just saw you over there and I like your dress or I think that you're pretty relaxed. Are you coming from work? Did you have a relaxed day at work?
So you're trying to get them to talk rather than conveying your personality for 5 minutes before getting them to invest. So you're doing something right, but at the wrong time. You're opening with interest, and that's what you've been demonstrating.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's hard for me to show. I mean, obviously, I'm interested, but
Yeah.
to not, to say that I'm interested, but not to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
pickup.
That's pickup.
That's
That's the art form.
Definition of pickup.
Yeah, that's the art form, is to initiate the conversation, but to do so in such a way as to not convey your interest. See, what I like to do is convey my personality first before she has to choose whether she wants to hang out with me longer or not. Right? If I say, I like you, do you like me, on the open, or anything similar, she may say, no, I'm going to see my boyfriend. Sorry, I have a boyfriend. Right? And then I'm cut out before I've even had a chance to convey my personality first. And the crazy thing is, if I do convey my personality first, and she does have a boyfriend, she won't tell me. I won't know, like my girlfriend had a boyfriend that I didn't know for 3 days. And by then it was too late.
Yeah, that's happened to me as well.
So what we're basically skirting around is that there's a structure to pick up, from meet to sex, from meeting a person to beginning a sexual relationship. There's a series of natural phases that you and the girl share together. And if you know what the stages, what these phases are, you can complete the objectives of the phases to get to the next phase. So if we could talk about the phases, then we can understand the structure of the narrative arc from meet to sex, or what we call courtship. So there's a love story to be made, and it isn't just begin and then hope and then hope and then hope. It's to begin, open the set, then demonstrate higher value, trigger her attraction mechanism so we can get indicators of interest from her, and then we qualify her once that has occurred, rather than just accept the IOIs. We don't jump over qualifying. We actually have made that a phase where, see, qualifying a girl is a high valued male behavior. An example of qualifying a girl is there more to you than meets the eye? A beautiful young lady, but beauty's common. What is it about you that makes your friend want to be your friend? Catch me up to speed. How's it been from birth till now? How's it been? Have you been leading a good life? Has it been 50-50, good versus evil, or are you winning? That is something that only a high-valued male would do if given indicators of interest from a beautiful woman. For instance, if a girl sits on my lap, I'm the first to say, whoa, slow it down, speed racer. Here, sit beside me. I'm curious about something. Give me your hand. That's all you get for now. I don't put my hand on her knee. I take her hand and put it on my knee. That's the base for Kino. What was my point here? Following, not to zoom in too much just yet, following qualification, I have to move the set. I have to technically handle the logistics of moving the group from a stand-up position, and if I stand too long with them, I can lose them. I can lose them to the crowd. They can say, well, we have to dance now. Nice meeting you. Bye. And then they walk 5 feet away and start rhythmically moving around like this. Because that's what you had to do instead of talk to me? Yeah, that's what they have to do. So what I would rather do is get into a lock-in position where I'm lean back, sitting down with them, surrounded by women. Because other women will see that. Remember, it's really the second set that is what we're going after, not the first set. Following that, now we're in comfort. It's where we all want to be. We all want to be seated here by the end of the night. This would be a nice pull place, right where we're located now. This would be a nice place to pull some girls, where we're seated arm in arm, perhaps, with the girl, getting to know each other. That's the dream. That's what we're going after. That's what we're looking for. We just don't open that way because logistically, the girls aren't going to be in a position where they're seated by themselves waiting for you to come along like as if you're a stripper, right? They're going to be in groups. And you're going to have to build social proof, pre-selection, show yourself with women so other women can find you attractive for having some sort of value for the women that you're with. You must have value for women if these women are around you. If you've got women laughing and smiling around you, then that next set is going to open a lot easier. And they're going to join you rather than you invade their set.
It's like a domino effect. You hit the first one and they all fall.
So there's lots of schools of thought here, and we're going to be playing within all of them. We're going to be doing some direct game. We're going to do some indirect game. We're going to do some day game, night game. We're going to do lots of stuff.
Mixed sets.
Mixed sets.
Big sets.
Small sets, 2 sets, 3 sets, 5 sets. A 2 set is a special animal. A 2 set is special because you have to treat it like a single. They're together. They're joined by the hip. You can't isolate the target from a 2 set because it alienates the obstacle. Make
Hence,
sense?
I was stuck with a friend while she was dancing on the table.
Fair. But you knew what you're doing.
Yeah, I knew it.
That's it. You got to keep this set together. I got to befriend the obstacle. I can't just take away the obstacle, the target from the obstacle. It alienates her. What I have to do is I have to merge the set. I have to handle the logistics. I got to merge the set into another set. So if I'm with the 2 set now, I'm here. I have to merge this 2 set into another 3 set, building a 5 set. Now I can isolate my target. That's normal. That's our game. We're going to be playing in groups and merging the groups, forward merges and backwards merges. It's a level of game. Just as opening up a single is a certain level of game, I call that level 0. Level 1 being opening the 3 set. Level 2 being merging sets backwards and forwards. Is there anything I'm missing on these? Because I'll be going through the levels. And there's more levels, and we'll talk about those later. But we're touching upon one of the rules we have is wherever the energy level of that set is that you're about to approach, it'll be low energy if it's in a coffee shop, they're seated, versus they're giggling and laughing and they're standing and they're dancing, high energy in a nightclub environment. When we come in, we want to be equal or above, just a little bit. If we come in too high up, they're seated, and we come in all laughing and smiling and giggling, and we can blow ourselves out because it's like, whoa, man. It's too much energy. It comes in too high. And you can also blow yourself out by coming in too low. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I was wondering if I could ask a question.
Well,
Right?
there's the worst one, man in the box.
Some people...
What?
What? Some people sound like that in a club environment. We're going to be in loud environments. Talk loud. Find the resonant voice. Find the resonance in the room so that you can be heard. If you're not heard, you won't get them. It's as simple as that. You have to be heard. So I have to find my resonance to the room.
Yeah.
It's different for every room, but I can play with it until I have the resonance there. All of us have to be good at that, finding the resonance of our voice to the specific room, because the music is loud. If they can't hear you, you don't get the girl. It's practice. That's a part of delivery. It's not structure, it's not material, it's delivery.
And if you talk loud, they will talk loud, so you can hear them, and it will stop you leaning in to hear them. The classic mistakes that everyone makes, no matter how good they are. But
JK, what openers have you been
don't
using
lean in.
lately?
Smile on the open. That's the
Real smile.
Yeah, and hands out.
Smile on the open. The
No
very
joking.
first time your next girlfriend sees your face, it should be with a smile. Sees your eyes, they should be warm. A warm smile, warm with the eyes, right? These crinkles here, I mean, really smile big.
Let's practice.
And it could be over the shoulder stuff where you're like, yeah, let's see your smiles.
Bigger.
We know you smile. That's too high energy. The stuff that he's doing. You come in.
Cheshire
See, it's
cat.
all good.
The Cheshire
It's all
cat,
great,
right, Tom?
right? But the energy level you come in is a little too high. and you stay there for too long. You get them laughing and stuff, but
Maybe it's
you have to join them and raise them,
together.
not come in high and hope they raise up to you. You have to come in equal or a little bit above, and then you can raise them by raising yourself. That has to happen. By the end of it, they'll all be cackling,
Yeah.
but you're opening trying to get the cackle happening, right?
Okay.
So where you're ha 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 ha, real, right? That has to be led to, as opposed to opened with. Fair? That's what I think.
Okay. Fair.
Just
Fair.
just by as a
Fair,
third
fair,
party
fair, fair.
observer.
Yep. Fair.
Tonight, remember, tonight is every day's practice, right? But tonight we want you to fuck up. We want you to do your 3 sets each, so we can see. Before we can give you feedback, get 3 sets in each, because then we can see a pattern. And don't be scared to fuck up.
They're warm-up sets anyway. They're going to get you into state. So the very first set should not feel like your very first set. It's not. It's your pre-warm-up set.
Tell them you're the warm-up set.
Yeah, that's your opener. Hey, you're my warm-up set. Because you're allowed to wreck the next set. Don't wreck the night. You don't have to wreck the night, but you're always permitted to wreck the very next set. The very next set that you open, we don't know who they are yet. What if they don't like you? What if they don't remember you? Who cares? It's just one set. We're going to be doing loads of sets. And each set we're going to learn something from it. We're going to get some feedback from our sets so that the next set will be a little bit better. And then the next set a little bit better, right? So the very first set you can completely wreck, always. You can completely wreck your very next set, always, throughout the whole night. You can behave that way. It's just the very next set it can always ruin. And give yourself permission to ruin the set. You are entitled to ruin the set. You're allowed to go in and say, you're my warm-up set.
Tom and JK are taking you out for day game at 9, so we can invite girls to the clubs, which is the fun thing.
Gutter game.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
Do you
Gutter
want to talk about
game.
that for a second?
Complimentary word.
Do you want to
I
explain?
don't know who called it gutter game. It's slightly
That's me.
derogatory. Oh,
That's me, man.
gutter game. A joyful thing.
Where you're clearing out the
Just
gutters.
sweeping
Look-
those gutters. Toronto it works well.
Yeah.
And Vancouver and
Bar hopping is gutter game.
bar hopping, yep.
You know, shitholes. You go to these places that you're not going to really find, you know,
A unicorn.
a unicorn. Yeah.
But we're levels of game. And when I met Baxter, this was a job. Rob said to me, would you like to have a few pounds, a few dollars for bringing a girl from your day game into the club? And that was new to me, that a club pays you for bringing girls.
It's an amazing concept of such.
Currency of women. This was completely new for me. And Rob said, well, you've got the day game skill. You stop. We're going to be stopping groups. So tonight's day game it's not lone girls. Okay? Very unusual to find a lone girl at 9 p.m. It is possible, but they'll be in twos.
Yeah.
They'll be in threes. And we're only here for a few days. So we could do traditional day game and, you know, go for the full structure and get the number and text her, but no, we're going to bring those girls, if we can, to the venue tonight.
And what you can do, if you want to instant date them, we've booked a table in a
beautiful.
cafe below,
Oh, good.
just one floor below us, called
Puffs. Not puffs. Puffs.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. We're going to some Puffs cafe.
They won't get the joke, but
Yeah, they won't get it.
you all saw it, you all walked past it, yeah. Level 1.
Yeah, so they can join the table. We've got a big table.
Cool.
Yeah. The girl on the door's friendly, pretend you know her, you're socially proofed. Yeah, it's my local. Hi, how are you? She'd be like, yeah, hi, lovely.
Basically an instant date, but not quite a date because it's a group gathering. Yeah, my friends and I were meeting up
That's
at
my friend.
Puffs
Key line
at 10. Why don't you come tag along? Bring your friends.
puts them at ease, yeah?
Those are my sound bites to get the job done.
Brilliant, yeah. Yeah,
And you
far
can
less
drink there
threatening.
as well, so you could get a drink with them, whatever. Don't just have to sit there and eat with them. Get a drink. Give them some nuts.
Something I tell myself all the time is that humans are bored. It's a great mantra when humans are bored. So when you offer value and you go up to a group and they're just milling around on the street, deciding what to do, aren't they?
Mhm.
They're just, we all do it. We walk down the street, we don't have a plan. Even if they look busy, they're not.
Mm.
That's the New York.
Yeah.
Because they look busy
They're
here,
not-
but
yeah,
they're,
they're
I bet
not.
they're not.
So if you offer value, a cafe, shisha, that's very popular in Russia.
This is a shisha
Not
bar.
not as an open.
Shisha.
no.
Oh, that's important.
Important.
This is a shisha bar as well.
What
Alright.
does
Shisha,
Hookah.
Yeah.
hookah, smoke.
Okay.
Not a hookah, JK, no. A hookah.
Hookah.
But this isn't to open.
Oh, okay.
You have to still open the set.
That sort of hookah.
Then you have to demonstrate higher value.
Yeah.
Then you have to qualify the set so that they feel like you're inviting them because you like them for a specific reason that they've said, not because they're hot,
You're not a promoter.
right? You're not a promoter. You're a human being with choice. So you convey that you have choice by forcing them to have to validate themselves, validate them to you. Yeah, validate themselves to you. They have to win your qualification. When you ask them questions, you know, crossing your arms going, is there more to you? Catch me up to speed. Has life been good? And then, see, for the in my view, the beginning of qualifying is where you cross your arms. You know, tell me about yourself, putting them on the spot. But at the end, you're opened up, you're leaned forward, you're saying, no way, I didn't know that about you. Your first impression was neutral, but now that I get to know you, you're incredible. I'm so grateful that I got out of the house, that my friends dragged me to this shithole. I would never have met you otherwise, right? Otherwise, rather. So the beginning of it is arms crossed and, you know, a little judgmental. But at the end of it, they totally won you over. That's what qualification is. It's an entire phase. Then you can move the set. During qualifying is when I can move the set. So if I were to say to a girl, here, come join me for a sec, and isolate with the girl, she has to have earned that. I can't just do that on the open, you know? You can't just open into qualifying unless she's already attracted. If she's already attracted, then you can already qualify her. Point though is you can't jump over qualifying. You have to qualify. You can't go straight to comfort. If you go into your set and try to banter with them, you're trying to build comfort with them. If you're trying to get them to talk to you, you're trying to build comfort with them. But what about attraction? There are three main stages that we want to get good at. We want to get good at attraction, then comfort, then seduction. If we can get her attracted to us and we can make her believe we have grown attraction for them, we've got attraction under our belt. We've done attraction. Then we can build comfort. But if you're trying to build comfort with somebody, that's comfort game. You can get stuck in it. You can fall into the LJBF zone. Let's just be friends. So what I like to do is specifically not get along with one person in every group. And that's my target. That's the person I'm going to be challenging towards. Then I can demonstrate higher value, trigger her attraction mechanism, get her to give me indicators of interest. Then I can qualify her, which is the mirror opposite of the second phase. So phase one is opening. Phase two is where I DHV, demonstrate higher value, triggering her attraction. Then the third phase, A3, they're mirror opposites. In A2, I DHV, she IOIs. I say things that are basically bragging spikes, and we do it in a clever way so that it doesn't come off as too braggart, right? It's the art form of A2 is the art of the brag. We get indicators of interest for having done so, and then in A3, I encourage her to DHV me so I can give her IOIs. It's the mirror opposite of A2. So in the first phase, A1, we open. In the second phase, we DHV to get IOIs. In the third phase, we get her to DHV so we can give her IOIs. And that's attraction. If you go straight into comfort without doing that, you will just go nowhere. There's no pickup involved. You're forgetting the plot line. So banter is something that some people think that, wow, I was in set for 10 minutes and I was shooting the shit with her and everything was going well, but it didn't lead anywhere. So I'll say, well, did you qualify her? Was she even attracted? Did you upload DHVs into her head? Does she know that you have had girls in your life in the past? Has she seen you with girls? Does she know that you're the leader of men? That you're pre-selected? Does she know anything about you? If the answer is no, then you went straight into comfort and you got stuck in there. Right?
99% of guys are opening.
They try to build rapport.
It's every time, 99%.
Yeah.
99.9%.
Sure.
So when Mystery said, what's your default
Yeah.
opener? Which is
You're
about-
going into
I can
banter and
see
trying to
straight
get
away
them to
in your
talk
face.
and building
We
rapport.
call them hairdresser questions, questions of doom.
Yeah.
And if you listen to a guy in Starbucks picking up a girl, trying to pick up a girl, what do they say? What are the questions of doom?
Trying to agree.
What do they say? How does a guy normally pick up a girl? What does he ask?
What do you study?
What are you doing? What is your name? How long have you lived here? Yeah, and you'll hear yourself doing.
Where do you live? How old are you?
That's
Name,
comfort.
yeah, age, sex, location.
And whether you're doing day game or night game, where's the attraction? What is attraction? Yeah, focus on attraction. Unless 1% of guys start in seduction. Maybe you're
Oh, right. And then there's a bunch of errors.
possibly.
There's a bunch of errors that take place. There's 3 main stages: attraction stage, comfort stage, seduction stage. If you begin at the end, you're the seducer and you get buyer's remorse. You're hitting on a girl that's not attracted, nor has comfort with you. She doesn't trust you. Not only doesn't she trust you, but she's not attracted to you. So opening with seduction is to open at the end, and you get buyer's remorse. You get mistakes. You get a girl that isn't interested. It's as simple as that. You're beginning at the end. Bad mistake. You can begin in the middle. Begin in comfort. Bad mistake, because there's no attraction still. You're trying to build comfort, trying to get her to talk, trying to get her to invest, trying to build rapport with someone, right? Now, there's other errors that can take place. You can correctly begin at the beginning, but if you jump over comfort and go straight to seduction, you become the player and you get buyer's remorse, right? Jumping over, she was attracted to you, but then you exploited that attraction to try to get her in bed and take from her, right? Without building enough comfort. That's another error. Another error is getting stuck in comfort. You open an attraction, you get attraction, then you move into comfort, and you don't escalate comfort all the way up to being led to being seduced. In other words, logistically, you don't put yourself in a position. Here's another way of looking at it. Some people are afraid of success. They fear success. It's one thing, they self-sabotage themselves, precisely, right? And they get stuck in comfort. Maybe that's you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fear of success. What if you're going to get laid this weekend? You know, I've did a boot camp this past week in Finland. Do you know Cowboy Roy? Have you ever met Cowboy Roy?
Cowboy Roy, yeah.
He's a student of ours that has been on, this is his 5th boot camp. He's taken coach development. He's really into pickup. But his problem was fear of success. So during boot camps, he's been getting laid. This is his 2nd time he's been laid on a boot camp. And congratulations for him, But for him, that was a huge barrier because he was afraid of getting a girl. What if I get a girl? What do I do with her? Well, find out what to do. Find out what not to do, right? The pathway of what you should have done will reveal itself for the future. Find out what not to do. Find out what to do. Try. Play to win. Because this is what we're here for. I'm not worried about you. I just have this suspicion that you're going to be just fine. If you get a girl on the hook, you're going to be, yeah, come on with me, girl, right? But I have a suspicion that for some reason, you're going to get a girl on the hook, and you'll be like, really? It's that easy?
Yeah, could be, yeah.
It could be. It could be that easy, especially if you follow proper structure. Fill the structure with material that meets the objectives of each of the phases so that you can see clearly that you're progressing within it. And then work on your delivery so that all that becomes second nature. Then you can't not get the girl. Once you've done those 3 things, you have to start accepting that women find men attractive and they will find you attractive, right? Because we're doing it in stages. We're going to open indirect. We're going to demonstrate higher value. We're going to have stories to tell. Stories that impress rather than make us seem small. Some guys will tell bad stories, DLVs, demonstrations of lower value. They'll say things like, oh man, you should have seen us last night. I was so drunk. I was wasted, man. No girl wants to hear that, right? But instead, if you were to say, have you ever gone to the Hollywood sign, touched for good luck? Trust me, it works. I went there with a girlfriend of mine who, if you're so inclined to rating women from 1 to 10, which I'd never do, she was off the charts. She was a very beautiful girl, but she had a problem. Her problem was she was too stereotypically pretty. She was an actress. And they were hiring her to be the role of beautiful girl. They weren't hiring her to be her. Like if you take, for example, Drew Barrymore, right? The actress Drew Barrymore, she's not typically the most beautiful girl, but we've known her from Little Gertie onwards. We know and love her. She's beautiful in her own unique, gawky way, right? With her insecurities and all. She has a departure from beauty that makes her unique. And that's what makes her an A-list actress. Now, if you're just stereotypically beautiful and they hire you for your beauty, you're B-list. And that was her problem. She was too beautiful. I'll pause that story there. Can you hear the DHVs? She was my girlfriend, for crying out loud, and my girlfriend was too beautiful. That was her problem. Now, if that could be believed...
The humble brag.
The humble brag.
It's not bragging. Not brag. It's so very, very clever.
Yeah. Why, thank you.
Very clever.
Cheers to that.
Humble bragging.
We have to brag, but we have to do it in such a way that it doesn't come off as bragging or they won't believe you. And that is the art of A2. The art of A1 is the art of opening, right? How to open up a set and do so and be accepted by the group. But you don't have to be accepted by the target. Because in A2, I will choose a target and I will specifically not get along with them. I'll get along with everyone else. But I get to say things such as, I'm not sure you and I are ever going to get along. I'm not sure you and I are ever going to get along. You know why? We're too similar. You wouldn't take my shit. I wouldn't take your shit. What fun's that? If I were to hang out in a room by myself, I'd pull my hair out of my head. You don't want to hang out with me. And then I can do DLVs in order to not specifically look like I'm hitting on her, thereby disarming the obstacles. And then I can say, well, I'm here. I am curious about something. It's all right if I talk to her for a couple of minutes. Expect nothing but great conversation, young lady. Here, come join me. Is there more to you than meets the eye? Now I qualify. So what I do in A2 is I don't get along with one person. I break rapport with one person, priming her to want to qualify. So when I start qualifying, she qualifies herself. She starts wanting to impress me. And I let her. And she wins. And I'm the prize. And that's the game plan. So A1, we open, use false time constraints in order to pad the opener, to make them feel like we're not going to stick around. A false time constraint example is, I can only stay a sec, I have my friends here. There, that's context enough. And then run your opener. And that opens the set. Next, we start DHVing. And the 5 DHVs, pre-selection. That's 80% of attraction right there. Leader of men, protector of loved ones, showing that you're a protector of your loved ones. Having a willingness to emote, to show a rich range of emotion when you tell your stories, and successful risk taker. The operative word is successful. Those are the 5 main DHV spikes that we want to embed into our stories in order to brag. We're going to brag those 5 key traits. Because I tell you, if there was a girl and I were to say to her, I'm going to introduce you to a man, do you want to meet him? Well, can you tell me about him? Sure. Ladies love him. He's a leader in his community. He's a leader of men. He's pre-selected. He has a rich range of emotion. He's normal. If I can express to a girl anything about you guys and say, he used to date Miss November, pre-selected. If I told a girl the story about you being a successful risk taker, for instance, one of the stories I use is the time I built a fort with my friends when I was 12 years old. I built an underground fort, and we dug a hole and we covered it with a roof and soil, and then when it snowed, there was even more on top of it, and we had this warm little underground fort that I can invite my friends to. Anyone who helped build the fort could be a member. And I built that and completed it. And there it was, 2 feet by 2 feet, a hole for entry, that where steam was coming out of it. At the bottom of the hill, right in front of my house, there was a park. And at the bottom of the hill, there was this little 2 foot by 2 foot opening in the snow with candlelight coming out and steam coming out because it's below the frost line, and a ladder inside there that can lead down to a place where we played D&D. I built that when I was 12. If I said that story about you to someone, believe it or not, that girl would find you more appealing, that you'd be more attractive without it coming off as bragging. In the same way that when I say, he used to date Miss November, crazy girl, gorgeous, but crazy girl, she's gonna treat you better. These are things I can do, accomplishment intros that I could do on your behalf to make you hotter to them. You can do that yourself too. But that's a part of A2. A1, you gotta open, you false time constraint, you then A2, DHV and neg. A neg is a disqualifier. It's a way of, if I blow my nose, I'm not insulting the girl, but I certainly am not after her, right? If I just blow my nose in front of a girl and continue talking, it shows her, it demonstrates to her that I'm specifically not after her, that she's not on my radar. And if she's particularly beautiful, she'll wonder why. Then I can prime her by not getting along with her, by creating a challenge to qualify herself to me. Then I qualify her with a series of qualifying questions. Like, is there more to you than meets the eye? Beauty is common. What do you want to be when you grow up? Don't say princess. If you could be anything in the whole wide world, what would you want to be? And then reward her for the good behavior of investing. See, there's a series of phases that take place. And if we know what the phases are, and that's what we're going to go through over this weekend, is structure. There is a structure to pick up. Let's learn the structure. But structure isn't the only thing that comes with it. It comes from me. A lot of guys think that because I created this structure, that's all I teach. No, next is material. To meet the objectives of the phases, we need material, personality conveying material. Your tried and true honed stories. Hopefully there are some stories you've told to girls in the past that have worked that you get to tell again. There is going to be a time you tell the very next girl who's going to become your girlfriend about how many are in your family. You're going to have to talk about your family, your friends, your loved ones. All those stories you've told to the last girl who was your girlfriend, all that stuff has to be done again. We're starting over, right? So wouldn't it be nice to have a cheat sheet? Until you don't need one, anyway. That's what, it's geeky. It's what Style did, Neil Strauss. He had a cheat sheet and he carried it around for a year. I had a cheat sheet. I don't use one anymore, but only because I have a cheat sheet in my head. I could write one out. 3 openers, 3 FTCs or false time constraints, 5 DHV stories, 5 negs. A neg is a way of breaking rapport. Like a great soundbite that Neil used was, let's agree to disagree. No, I'm not buying it. Let's agree to disagree. That's just something that you would normally not do on a girl if you were after her. But by her being really beautiful and you saying, let's agree to disagree, it makes it seem like you're no longer chasing her, making your DHVs more believable. priming her to want to qualify herself to you. And then you have some good qualifier questions to meet the objective of qualifying. Then you can move off into moving the set into comfort, where you're actually arm in arm and getting along again. She will want to be getting along with you a lot more if you broke rapport first and you mended it together than if you just sought rapport right from the beginning. She hasn't earned it. She has to earn your rapport. Make sense? So we have structure. Then we have material to fill the structure. That material will go on forever. It'll go forever. That's your material. It's like you guys are performing artists. You're performers. What is the material you're going to run, like a comedian running his material? Some material for A3, then you'll move the set, and then some material for C1, and then you'll time bridge the girl. And that's pickup. So let's work on that now. Okay? What openers do you have? We need 3 openers.
Yes.
We need 3 DHV stories. We need 3 negs. Statements to push them away, to say, slow it down, Speed Racer. That's a neg. All right, slow it down, Speed Racer. You know, and if she touches you, you could say, whoa, hands off the merchandise. It's $5 every time you touch. Wow, you must be rich. You owe me $40 already. So those are 2 negs that I've thrown together there. You need 3 qualifier questions. Then you move the set, and then you need 3 comfort gambits that you can get up to speed. Imagine if we could get all that material up to speed, you can run 25 minutes of material. You're going to get the girls. 25 minutes to 40 minutes is a typical pickup, right? Depending on the size of the set. And you're going to be merging sets too. So you need a few openers. Sometimes like an opener is just a short story, so you can use them to open, but you can also use them in C1. You can use them once you're sitting with the girl and you have to fill, then use your other openers. You can stack them. They're tools for an artist. The main point here is that there's lots of gambits, and you should have about 300 gambits to build a robust pickup system to handle a whole bunch of different scenarios. Really, you need about 30,000 different sound bites to sound like you speak a language. You have 30,000 sound bites and you've got yourself a new language, right? So 300 is a good start to having a robust pickup system, right? Really, if you have 30, you can pick up. There's 30 places you can make a mistake. You agree with this? You got 30 good routines. You can go from meet to getting a contact exchange that's gonna be solid. This is called solid game, by the way, where we go A1, A2, A3, move to C1. Solidly playing it, slowing it down so they'll speed it up later. Sure. You're gonna collect openers. Over the next year and a half, you're gonna collect openers. How many do you need? 5. That's it. But if you get 30 of them, you can swap them out over time, right? Aren't you going to open the door for me? That's a good soundbite. Aren't you going to open the door for me? Thanks. You know, I'm really tired of you women treating me like some kind of piece of meat. I use that.
I use it.
Yeah. I have feelings too. I'm not just a sex object. I need to be loved for who I am on the inside, not for the piece of meat that you think I am. That's my soundbite.
But you can use them after...
There's a time and place to use the gambits. It's you're the artist. You'll find the right place. Now, these ones are attraction gambits. This is stuff that you throw into A2. Just examples. I'm impressed. Normally women like you aren't intimidated by my charm and good looks. I'm impressed. That's good. Look, I know how women are. First a little compliment, then phone number, then back to your place to check out your stereo. I'm not like that.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I got to get a copy of these.
Of course.
Thank you. That's because it's a very comprehensive list. Don't think I'm easy. You have to work for me. So what we're doing in all of these is flipping the script, making it look like she's after you. That's the trick or the joke that is a running joke. The joke is you think she wants you, whether she does or not. You can even say as a neg, you talk a lot, even if she hasn't said a word. So if I'm running a story and and I'm getting some interactivity with some people, but one person I'm not, I can just turn to her and say, you talk a lot, and then turn and continue my story. It hits, right? Boy, you talk a lot.
That sounds like DHV, this, yeah.
These are DHVs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're presuming that she wants you, right? So it presumes that you're accustomed to beauty. You're accustomed to being hit on. Some guys aren't. They're the high quality males that are accustomed to being hit on. So we pretend to be that way, and the girl will fall into that frame, especially if you got many, like we rattled off 3 of them. If we rattle off many of these gambits, it'll seem like the frame is strong, that she wants you, and you know it, and she knows it. And even if she says, no, I don't, you could say, yeah, come on, it's me you're talking to, right? Right, so this is what we need. Could I borrow the pen? That's perfect. We need three openers, 3 DHV stories, 3 negs, plus false time constraint. FTC is a false time constraint. We need 3 qualifiers. So we're going to make a list here with these, but this is known as the cheat sheet template. Cheat sheet template. 3 qualifier questions, then you will then you'll move the set, and then 3 comfort routines. And Baxter, can I get your help with filling this in?
Indeed.
Kindly?
Yes, indeed.
3 comfort routines, and then a good time bridge. Are you Instagram friendly as a good time bridge? I closed 2, I did 2 closes only yesterday. 3 closes in a night is a good night. If you get 3 numbers in a night out of 12 sets, you're selecting the best 3 out of 12 of who you're going to close. So you're being very selective. You get 3 numbers in a night, that's a good night. You go out more than you stay home. You go out 4 nights a week, for now, while you're training, and you get 3 numbers a night, that's 12 numbers in a week. If you have 12 numbers on a list and you call them up, not everybody's going to see you. But you won't worry about it. You won't wait for the one girl to call you back, because you'll just go, no, she's not calling me back. Okay, next number. And if you have 12, you are guaranteed to have sexual access to somebody of your choice that you picked. So what I recommend is when that happens, invite them all. Invite many of them on a Friday weekend. Say, I'm going to hang out with friends, why don't you come tag along? And you say that to all the girls, so that when they meet up with you, your friends are all girls. It works. It sounds like it would blow up, but the opposite happens.
Yeah.
What really happens is the girls get along great with each other. They want to, they like you, they've proven it, and the girls will think, when they ask, how long have you known each other? And they find out you've met in the last week or 2, they'll think, so I have a chance. And they'll try harder. And you can get all of the girls that way, or at least 80% of the girls that way.
What happened after that? I mean, how you handle this situation? Because it sounds
You
like
just hold the frame that, yes, I'm attractive, and women find me attractive, but aside from that, let's go have fun. That's how I have pulled that off. Time bridge, and then instant date is known as bounce. Instant date, where you're bouncing from one venue to the next. That's what we need to do.
Okay.
So Baxter,
Yep.
what openers can we put down? we already talked about the openers. You don't have to learn new openers. You have to learn the openers you've already learned. You got to get good at those ones. That's what the cheat sheet's about, to keep you on track. So at the end of the night, I'll say, what material didn't you use? And you should say, I've used all of it, right? Because your sets ran long. You weren't just working a set for a minute and then it fell apart. You were getting into lock-in, you were running the set for a long time. So you can run it for even longer if you can trust your cheat sheet. Should you grab a seat here?
Yeah, after one call.
Okay.
Being an Instagram model is like being the smartest kid in a special school. And then you can say, are you Instagram friendly? Because it lessens how important it is for them to give you it. If they're being precious about it.
What about they get offended from this? Maybe they are Instagram models.
Well, that's the idea, isn't it?
Okay.
It's an egg. It's not offended. It's more, this guy's a challenge.
Being in Instagram.
And it's funny.
Okay.
It's not being rude, it's being funny.
Yeah.
When I throw an egg, I do it with humour.
Write it down.
Yep.
Good gambit.
Okay.
If you were a mythical creature, like a fantasy creature, what creature would you be? I asked Mystery this today, and he said...
Griffin.
Yeah, griffin. But he also said a unicorn tamer.
Yeah.
If the girl says she's a unicorn, I'm a unicorn tamer. What would you be?
A dragon, I think.
A dragon. Why? Because she's going to ask why.
Yeah. I like the whole idea of flying and spitting fire, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
So I like to be a dragon because I like to be free
Yeah.
and fly the world. Do you like to travel? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the girl will say yes, of course. And you go, cool, I'm looking for a travel partner. Instant girlfriend, if she travels with you. She's going to be your instant girlfriend because she has to spend time in the same room, hotel, Airbnb with you. That's the quickest way to get an instant girlfriend. What's that called in English?
English.
Wow.
I've never seen
Fire lion.
Fire lion.
They must have a name for it though.
For a line.
So, what would you be, JK? You see, everyone has to think. The idea is the opener should make you think.
I've never
Think hard.
I've never think about it. A dragon.
Think hard, think deep.
I think like a dragon.
As well.
Yeah.
Why?
Sometimes it's better to be feared than loved.
No, I like it. Sometimes it's better to be feared than loved. Okay. She'll go why again.
Why again? Yeah. You can fly. You can be free.
Yeah.
And people fear you because you can.
And you can say, guess what? You can ride on my back. and go, come on, I'm going to take you for a ride now. And then just bounce her to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see how it's starting to work when you do openers?
That's very strong routine.
Yeah.
Visualization.
Yeah, I made it up today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to field test it.
Yeah.
And I made the rest up just as we were speaking.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to test it today.
open your mind.
Playing.
Okay. If you were a man, what's the first thing you would do? You say that to a girl, obviously. If you were a man, what is the first thing you would do? Girls normally say, I'd go to the toilet and look at my penis. Or I've had girls say, oh, I'd really have sex hard with a woman. And that's telling me that the woman really wants hard sex.
She's qualified
Yeah.
herself.
This is a good one.
Do you ever get women say, I'm married? Or I have a boyfriend?
Oh,
or,
man.
and sometimes they're lying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just that's their defense, their soundbite for when
Yeah.
men are hitting on them.
It doesn't mean they have a boyfriend.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that.
It's a soundbite they use very quickly to get rid of the barrage of bore.
Yeah, bore.
Boring
Yeah,
guys
they get rid of
have
bore.
boyfriend. So when that does happen, it just means that you did an IOI without an IOD calibrator.
Eric, let me. Okay, so it will be, my replies are, I have a goldfish. I have a boyfriend, I have a goldfish. Anyway, snip and stack. Snip what they've said and stack to the next routine. So get this, and then whatever the story is you're going to tell. Next one is, if they say I'm married, I'd say, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm going to add
Right? Hold the frame.
BF boyfriend. They're called boyfriend blasters. A boyfriend blaster.
Boyfriend blaster, yeah.
Okay.
Boyfriend destroyer.
Boyfriend blaster and destroyer.
I
Do
also,
searches online for boyfriend destroyers, boyfriend blasters, and you're gonna get big lists of how to handle it. My favorite one is.
you're not on mic, by the way, so you have to come next to me if you
I'm
want.
writing it on him.
Okay.
We're all seeing someone.
We're all seeing someone.
We're all seeing someone.
We're all seeing someone.
And that just minimizes, and then you continue with another DHV story. We're all seeing someone. Oh, by the way, did you hear?
So you don't have to start.
So you say, so she says, I have a boyfriend. You say, well, I'm not even in that headspace at the moment. Let's turn the boy-girl dynamic off. You got the goldfish, I have a goldfish. Turn the boy-girl dynamic off. You can also, and then, yeah, and you say, I've got this 3 criteria that I need before I get to know someone deep inside. But I can only tell you if you're open-minded and friendly. Are you? Or, that's very presumptuous of you. I've got 3 criteria before I get to know someone deep inside. Or, I need trust, comfort and connection before I go that far. And we've only got lust at the moment. Who the hell are you anyway? Now combine them all, and it's just minimized to nothingness.
And you minimize the boyfriend objection.
Yep.
Give him time to write down.
Trust.
I need trust, comfort and connection before we go that far. And we've only got lust at the moment. So I'll do it one more time. I have a boyfriend. I have a goldfish. That's very presumptuous about you anyway. I need trust, comfort and connection before we go that far. And we've only got lust at the moment. However, I've got 3 criteria I normally go by before I get to know someone deep inside. But I can only tell you if you're open-minded and friendly. Are you? Yes, I am. Bang. Back in. Back in the game. You see how it works? Bamboozled. Baxter bamboozled. There's a good mix of our stuff, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like... okay, next. Just these are sound bites. I'm going to reel off sound bites as well. Things you can just throw in at any point. Like pebbles. They're not even like openers, they're more pebbles. So a pebble is when you're talking to a girl and you can see her sort of fading, just throw a pebble in or a statement and it's like, hits them on the head and wakes them up and like keeps them focused to you. I prefer dangerous freedom to peaceful slavery.
I
prefer dangerous freedom to peaceful slavery. What about you? What about you? It gets them thinking.
I prefer
dangerous freedom to peaceful slavery.
Peaceful
Slavery.
slavery.
Have you ever heard of the Mr. Men? The Mr. Men. You're probably all too young. Open Google up for a moment and just put Mr. Men. You remember Mr. Men, Eric? The Mr. Men. Mr. Happy. Mr. Yeah, all that. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's an English thing.
It is an English thing.
Is it? Are they English? I
That
don't know.
means over to Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Mr.
They're called Mr. Men. So what you can do is you pull it up on your phone if they don't know what it is. Oh, you don't know Mr. Men? I'm shocked. You're far too young for me. No, I'm not. Nah, you are. But I'll show you anyway. Just this once. And then we're done. So you'll push, 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 push. But there's a pull in because you want them to fight for you. So it's push, push, pull, and it's a pull as in now she's with you looking at the phone while you're showing images of Mr. Men, which we're going to get to in a minute, and while the phone's in your hand, you're like, are you Instagram friendly? Are you WhatsApp friendly? I bet you've got MySpace still. There you go, so you've got the Mr. Men, can I have a look? So look at all them Mr. Men that you can have. Mr. You know it now, right? Mr. Forgetful, Mr. Daydream, but they've got the women as well. So you're like, which one do you think I am? And then she picks which one you are. You know where you are. You know what she's thinking about your characteristics or your character when she picks out a certain Mr. Man that you are. So she'll be like, oh, you're Mr. Strong, maybe for loco, right? Oh, you're Mr. Strong. Mr. Clever, if you're witty, I guess. Mr. Nobody means like, go away. Mr. Rude, social violation. Mr. Cheerful, I might get that now and then, I guess. Mr. Fussy, Mr. Bounce, you got loads. Mr. Sneeze, Mr. Happy, Mr. Silly, I might get silly as well. Mr. Perfect, Mr. Impossible is my favourite. So I go, I think I'm Mr. Impossible. And she's like, why? You'll see. But I don't know you enough yet. I need trust, comfort, and connection, but see? And there's 3 criteria that I go by for it. So I can always stack back to my routines that I know work, like chick crack, cocaine to women, chick crack.
So, the push and pull here is, have you ever seen Mr. Man? No, I've never.
You've never read the books, Mr. Men? That's how I do it.
No. Will not work. You're too far young for me. And they go, no. Okay, I will only show you one picture.
No, you just bring up Google images of the Mr. Men and then say, which one am I? And then we'll do you next.
She will do you next.
And we will do you next. You're the girl. We will do you next. We're going to do me first and then you next.
Okay.
And then you bring up the Mr. Women. Can you bring up the Mr.
Sure.
Miss? They're called Miss. The Miss Men, I think. I actually forget the term that they call them, but there's a female version.
So how you throw it first? Just like this, do you know Mr. Men? Or no?
Have you read the Mr. Men books?
Have you read? Okay.
Have you heard of Mr. Men? Little Miss, that's what it's called, Little Miss. Little Miss, there you go. So there's Miss Bossy, Miss Naughty, Miss Giggles, Miss Fun, Little Miss Curious, Little Miss Scary. You're Little Miss Scary. You scare me, but I'm intrigued. You have my attention at the moment, but soon I want to have interest in you. And I've got the star system code that I go by. And then you reward them, you give them a star. See? I got different size stars as well. I always carry my stars. And you've impressed me, so I'm going to give you a small star. And you put it there. And then as I put it, I keep hold of the hand. And I say, and I put this away. This goes away now. So the star system goes like this. 1 star, you have my attention. 2 stars, you have my interest. And 3 stars, you have me. But you know what 5 stars means? You work in McDonald's. Because they get the 5 stars, right? So you make a joke out of it as well, because it's going sexual, and then you just make a joke out of it.
Okay, 1 star you get my...
IOI with IOD. Yeah.
Okay, in 1 star you get my attention, 2 stars you get...
My interest.
My interest.
3 stars, you have me. 5 stars, you work in McDonald's. Do you? No, I don't. What do you do? And that's a nice way to actually find out what they do without going, what's your job? Where are you from? You know, how have you been to this club before?
5 stars you get McDonald's.
You work in McDonald's.
You work in McDonald's.
And how you throw this with the stars thing?
Means you work in
How do you start it, you mean?
No, how
When they do something that impresses you, it's a reward. So they want to impress you more because it's a reward. I bet I'm a better kisser than you, but we'll never find out because you have to impress me first. I bet I'm a better kisser than you, but we'll never find out because you have to impress me first. Can you dance? Can you cook? What can you do? And then she says something cool and she goes, and now the moment you've been waiting for, hands out. If she puts her hands on you, she's being compliant, pull in and say, I must. Tilt your head, I must, and kiss. So that's a kiss routine now.
Okay, I'm better kiss than you, but I will know only if you impress me first.
Yeah. Well, I can give you all this later. Let's stack forward.
Okay.
I have a rule. If I think something is funny in my head, I'm gonna say it, because I don't give a shit. Are you the same? Are you as free as me? And then she's like, yeah, okay. What are you thinking right now? What are you thinking right now? And you can even do like the guessing the number game. Think of a number between 1 and 10. 7. Silly things as well. I say silly things. Like, pigs are a lot bigger than I expected. I saw one once, and I swear I could have rode it. I swear I could ride it. Silly things like that. My friend bought a teacup pig. They're meant to be the size of a teacup. But guess what? A year later, it was the size of a very large Doberman dog. Them things are scary. Imagine trying to put that in your handbag.
Sorry, can we go back to the, if I think something's funny, I
I'm
will
gonna,
say it.
yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna send you all this.
Ah, so I don't have to write?
I would write as well.
Oh, thank
You
you.
make your own notes.
Yeah, thank you.
Still write, but
Yeah, I understand.
I don't make any mistakes. You know why? Because I don't make any. I've got 2 rules. Rule 1 is Baxter is always right. Rule 2 is if Baxter is wrong, see rule 1. Which is, can you remember?
Baxter is already.
Baxter is a good girl. Here's a star. Now you have my attention. It's a bit of dom training really there. But yeah, I knew you'd write it down when you heard that. I saw you and I missed you. I don't know why, but I saw you and I missed you. Can you explain it?
Good one. I saw you and I missed you.
Yeah.
Can I have that one?
Yeah, of course. If you come down.
I wasn't given an instruction book on how to be human, but I do trust my instincts and I was meant to meet you.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I didn't quote that.
You want to say it again?
Yeah.
How to begin? I discard immediately.
Right, so do I, that's
Yeah.
why.
Damn it, I forget now. It's on camera. It's really good.
Yeah.
How to begin?
I'm the same, I discard as soon as I've done it. I'm exactly the same.
Routine a second time,
But
so my brain
we're
discards.
trained to get rid of it because if you say it again, never repeat if you can help it. So as soon as it's said it, it's gone. So they'll go, what did you say? And you forget it. You're not ready for it yet. And then use another one.
But those at home, enjoy that one.
Yeah, but you got it. Well, you'll get it eventually. And all of a sudden, in set, I might go, oh shit! And they'll go, what? I've got deja vu. Really? How? I've done this with you before. Isn't that magical? I can't explain it. Well, actually, I can. Come with me, I'm going to tell you.
And you say something irrelevant.
Irrelevant, it doesn't matter. You just isolate into comfort zone.
Okay.
I felt like we had this conversation. Come and
Come and I'll tell you all about it. There's lessons to be learned. There's lessons
I
to be
saw you
learned.
and I missed you. It's an opener.
Sorry?
It is an opener.
An opener can be used at any point
Yeah,
in an
but,
interaction.
you use it.
Well, I'd like to talk to her for a bit, then say it's deja
I
vu.
missed you.
Yeah.
Not to give you a big head, but I miss you.
Yeah.
You went to the washroom, you came back, and there was this empty hole, and I didn't talk to other people, I just waited for you to return.
come and I'll tell you the end of this story.
Come on, I'll tell you all about it. I had a gold tooth at the back, which I got rid of, but then, Mishra, you got two, didn't you?
Yep.
And I used to tell girls, I've got gold tooth. And they're like, okay, but you're getting them used to your mouth. You go, I'll show you soon. But here's why. If anything ever happens to me and I'm lost and I've lost everything, I've got some gold in my mouth I can sell. They're worth 25,000 each. That's 50,000.
I've got Bitcoins in mine.
Yeah, I got Bitcoins in my mouth. Is it still on? And then if you get them laughing and giggling, wow, that was an emotional roller coaster for you, wasn't it? Wow, that was an emotional roller coaster for you, wasn't it? The little things are important as well, showing that you're a protector of loved ones. So, her bag, I do this automatically because of my upbringing, but I'm like, I worry about people a lot, so I'm like, where's your bag? And the girl's like, there. Okay, can you put it more in the middle? I don't want it to get stolen. I got my eye on it.
Trust is established.
Trust is established, yeah. Even opening a door and then guiding them through it gently by putting your hand on the small, lower bit of their back. And just, ladies first. That's what I say. I'm a gentle man, but I'm not a gentle man. I'm always shocked when the girls understand that one as well, but they do. And putting the seatbelt on in a car, that's also establishes trust. Have you got your seatbelt on? You know I'm always like that. Your belt on, is your seatbelt on, buck up. You can even lean over and grab it. Look at her, smile. Now you're safe. No one dies on my watch. No one dies on my watch.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because I have a life.
Yeah,
Of course
because I have a
no one
life.
dies on my watch.
Yeah. My mum taught me well. Oh, that reminds me, I have to ring her later. And they're like, oh, that's sweet.
Protector of beloved ones. Trigger.
Yeah. I promise you, if you take my hand now, we're going to go on a massive adventure and your life will never be the same again. The choice is yours.
Choose wisely.
And they go, you chose wisely. And then just take them on some whirlwind adventure.
Say that again, please.
Yeah. I promise you, if you take my hand, your life will never be the same because I'm going to take you on a whirlwind adventure. That's two ways of putting it. I've just swapped over the way of saying it.
World what adventure?
Whirlwind, or roller coaster adventure. But whirlwind just sounds better with the wording. Whirlwind. If you take my hand, I promise you we're going to go on a whirlwind adventure. And your life will never be the same again.
Whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Adventure.
Tornado.
WHIRL, whirlwind, WIND, whirlwind adventure.
I want to put you in a Kinder Egg and eat you. When you open the yogurt, do you lick the lid of life? I do. I want all the good stuff in life. Do you?
And also the gestures are important, yeah. You use your hands.
Yep, affirmations and also anchors. An anchor is getting her used to all good things towards you. Because if you're going, I'm an asshole, I met this asshole, I met this loser. You know, they feel that. I even feel it doing it to myself. I'm like, oh, suggestion cancelled. Suggestion cancelled. That's a good word, by the way. If a girl says something silly, you go, suggestion cancelled. Anyway. Do you have gum? Getting them to put deposits straight away, giving you something. Do you have gum? And they might think, oh, their breath smells. Do you have gum? Okay. Can I have one? Yeah, you should have one as well. Where do you live? That's irrelevant. It's California every day at my house. Or where are you from? The third rock from the sun, which is Earth. Where are you from? The third rock from the sun.
So these 5 keys will help you start again. You're starting a new relationship over again. You have to find them. You have to find the sets. You got to grind to find the sets. Then you have to meet the set. Then you have to attract the set. And by doing that, you'll begin a relationship that rocks. Fair? Key 1 is structure. You know the structure. A1, A2, A3, move to C1. That's pickup, right? The structure is longer. You either time bridge or bounce or move the set so that you can get to the C2 location. And then you will bounce and time bridge back to as many C2 locations as is necessary to build enough comfort so that you can then bounce her to the C3 location, which is your living room. And then you can move her into S1, which is arousal, S2, handling last minute resistance. The best way that I can solve the last minute resistance problem is 7 hours. You already know that. 4 hours, 4 to 10 hours. It may take only 4 hours, right? If you do any less, you're compromising her comfort. Generally speaking, most girls need time. They need to trust you. And the one thing that a pickup artist can do to demonstrate that he's interested, legitimately interested, is to spend time. You were showing interest in the girl yesterday by spending time, asking her questions, getting to know her. She feels trust, because at first, I don't think she trusted you. You know what I mean? And then we went out to the clubs and we're gaming, and she's seeing it. But even that is a DHV in a way, right? So again, the narrative of a love story is the structure. Stick to the structure for now. You can let go at one point in the future. The structure will make an imprint into your motor response, and then you can just feel when it's ready to lock in. It's a feeling. Like if I don't lock in 3 to 5 minutes, I might lose the set. I very rarely locked in yesterday. I was standing most of the time, right? If I'm really interested, you'll see I'll lock into the set and I'll get to one-on-one, I'll isolate the target, and I'll get to talking to her and qualifying. I didn't even get that far. I was doing A1, A2, merging the sets, doing a little bit of qualifying, just the standing up qualifying. That's all I was working on. But stick to structure for now. You agree with that? Structure?
Yeah.
We can trick ourselves and jump away from structure later. But this is the structure of a solid game. So key 1 is structure. Stick to it. This is the structure. That's the full structure of a pickup. And if you want to take a picture of this, you have it? Very good. And the structure is based on 3 main stages. It's the belief that we first attract, then we build comfort, then we seduce. A lot of guys start in comfort and they become friends. They become the girlfriend. Start at the beginning, start with attraction. Throw those DHVs into her head, trigger those 5 DHVs. Then qualify her. That's a mirror opposite of A2. They're mirror opposites. In A2, I DHV, she IOIs. In A3, she DHVs, I IOI. So it has to happen together. We need both of those to take place. Then you have attraction done. Then you can get back to the comfort you want it to be in. A lot of people, they try to banter their way and wear a girl down over time, trying to wear her down by just getting along with her, by bantering, just chatting. It's not enough. Get back to the game plan. The game plan is attraction, A2, and then qualify, A3. You need that. Fair? Good. Next, 2 is material, and that's what we focused on today. Gambits to meet the objective of each phase in the solid game structure. And you can do searches on the internet. Our books, I've written 3 books. One is The Mystery Method, How to Get Beautiful Women into Bed, talks about structure. Revelation is the second book, which is the material that fills in the structure. And then the third book is The Pickup Artist, which is more of a popular book after I made the TV show. And that sold very well.
There are the routines inside.
And there are routines in these books. There are one-liners and sound bites to use, jokes, one-liner jokes that get the girl laughing. That's the answer. What you were doing when you were lying in field, like leaning back in field, you were getting them laughing. They were cackling and giggling. I know it's a good pickup when I hear laughter. A lot of guys, they come in too cool for school. They come in serious and thinking that they have to be a man. No, you don't have to be a man. You're not going to lose your power by making everybody laugh. You made them all laugh. It's all humor. We're going to win them over and build comfort through humor. I think that's the best way of doing it. So trust your charm. Trust your smile. Trust that you can have the guts to try to make them laugh, and they're going to giggle away. If they're giggling, you know you're working it right. That's what I've noticed by not just teaching it and doing this myself, but I've hung out with pickup artists around the world. And the one common theme in all their pickups is laughter. Fair? So this material, as you can hear, you guys were cackling away as Baxter was telling you all this different material. That's when you know it's working. You should get laughter as a result. So the second is material. The thought I wanted to add here is keywords. All the books have been spider indexed by Google. They're all there in your book of everything. You have that in your back pocket. The keywords are really important though. You can't say, how do I pick up girls? You don't get the right answers. But if you say index of indicators of interest, you'll get a list of 1,000 different indicators of interest. Another thing you can do a search for, if you can write this down, is PUA glossary of terms. PUA is pickup artist. PUA glossary of terms. Glossary. Glossary. Glossary of terms.
And the first thing you talk about, IOIs?
IOIs, IODs, DHVs, and DLVs. Those are the 4 ways of communicating between a man and a woman.
Have to search these also.
And search for a neg is an IOD. They're the same thing, indicator of disinterest. So if you type in PUA indicators of disinterest, you will get web pages on just IOIs and IODs and DHVs and DLVs. That's what you're looking for. So if you ask the right questions, you have the right keywords, you'll get all the answers. They're there to fill in the structure with more material, with more one-liners. There's lots of material out there and you can get good at them over time. But at least you know how to get to the information now using the book of everything in your back pocket. When you need another DHV story, just type in PUA demonstrations of higher value. You type that in, you're going to get really good results. Make sense? Material. This here is the objective of each of the phases. We're going to open, then we're going to do female to male interest, then we're going to do male to female interest, then we're going to have conversation. And to me, C1 is about trust. It's all about building trust. Enough trust so that she'll bounce to the next venue, so that she'll follow you along and start on her journey to becoming a travel partner with you. When you travel from one location to the next, when you do multiple moves, you travel upstairs, you backwards merge, you forward merge, and she comes with you, she starts building that trust that everything's gonna be okay, even though she doesn't know what's happening next. She can trust that, okay, he's introduced me to all these people, he's not after me and making me feel uncomfortable, right? Comfort is the lack of discomfort. This is what I mean by it. On an airplane is the lack of discomfort.
I need to understand this.
Okay, I'll explain this more. On an airplane, the airliners, they're not interested in making you comfortable on the plane. They're more interested in removing discomfort. So you're sitting on a plane, do you feel uncomfortable? It's all stuffy and you feel cramped? That's okay. You can turn that little dial, now you have some wind on your face. It removes discomfort. So that's what they're more concerned with. It's what they said. This is what I've learned from airliners. They're concerned with removing discomfort. So pickup is uncomfortable. Even a bad pickup's better than no pickup to, some girls. But if you can remove the discomfort, like if I hug her, she might feel uncomfortable. But when I say, all right, slow it down, Speed Racer, get off me, the comfort is restored. So the power of Kino is in restoring comfort from the discomfort. It's not about making her comfortable, it's about removing discomfort. Make sense?
Yeah. Kino, using this concept, when you make a Kino,
yeah,
you're removing discomfort.
No, when you're making Kino, you're creating discomfort.
You're creating discomfort.
But you're getting her physiologically accustomed to your touch. You're getting her used to your touch.
Yeah.
But the power of Kino is in the roll-off, is in getting off of her and saying, hey, let me introduce you to some good friends of mine. Roll-off. Stepping forward in front of her rather than behind her to push her along. You're not pushing her to do things. You're in front of her saying, here, come tag along. Come on, right? So you're making her follow you rather than pushing her to do things, right? Okay, next up, C2 is connection. This is your chance to sit with the girl, not in the attraction location, the nearby comfort location there is C1, but you've now bounced her to, say, a restaurant. Now you can sit down and eat with her and get to know her, and you still have to entertain her. That's why you have all these openers that could be used later on in the game. Murder, Marry, Shag, you can do on a day 2. Something to do. And we have loads of material, and you can do the search for it by typing in PUA comfort routines. C3 is about intimacy. You're in the living room now. You created intimacy with your girl. Before sexual, before it was all sexy. You liked each other, but you rolled off and you made laughter again and you restored her comfort. And because she wasn't gonna go for you at the beginning, right? She was just the friend of a friend and you just happened to be here. But you were able to win her over and create a connection with her. Isolation, connection, and then intimacy, right? So that's how it is. C1 is trust. The conversation builds trust. C2 is connection. C3 is intimacy. And then you're off into foreplay, arousal. Then you're moving off into last minute resistance, handling it. 7 hours is going to remove most of last minute resistance. You had to deal with some last minute resistance, right? And I'm presuming you did that by doing freeze outs, right?
No, I thought about it, but I did it with, I told that it's okay for me. Today, I want you with every cell of my body. I tell her, but I didn't give a shit if we fuck tonight.
That's right.
And I've made a small freeze out.
You slow it down, she speeds it up.
Oh, and another thing I said, I don't want to hurry. Let's slow it down.
Yeah.
This was my, I did it. I told it, not her.
What I do is I say that, but I don't say it when we're in seduction. I say that when we're still in comfort, so that she'll speed it up, right? If I say it in comfort, it's like saying, it's like grabbing her boob and she goes away like this, and you're like, grab her boob again, she goes like this, and then you say, but baby, I love you. She won't believe you at that time. That's why I like using that earlier on. So she gets a real sense that I am in no hurry, and then she'll speed it up at the end. Right, next thing is, after the LMR is sex. And I think that the important part of sex is you want to have sex with her 3 times to prove that it's a sexual relationship, not just once and never see her again. Like if you had sex at nighttime, or in morning, right? And then you went to sleep if she stayed over, and then you wake up, have sex a second time, and then she goes home and changes and comes back and hangs out with you another night, and you have sex a 3rd time, now you know you're honeymooning, that you really like each other, right? You're not concerned with that. He just wants one sex and then a new girl. But if you want to pull a girl in and draw her in, you have to have good sex 3 times. Remember that. So the first time you have sex, you don't have to overdo it. Don't freak her out because you may scare her away, right? It may be you wanted her and so you were dominant, and they like dominance, but be in mind that you want to have the sex the 2nd time and the 3rd time to prove it's a sexual relationship. That's all I have to say about that there. Next up.
I can also search about the C2, the C3 stuff, how in Google, I mean.
You do the search. You do the search.
I write like...
Very small information. No information about C2, C3, very little
Yeah,
on the internet.
C1, C2, C3 are just comfort. So you look for comfort routines.
Yeah.
PUA comfort routines and gambits. Comfort gambits.
My problem, I think, until now is that I...
Comfort games. So the search is PUA comfort routines or PUA comfort gambits. GAMBIT. And those will result in some good search results. Right? Next up is key 3, delivery. Are you animated? You seem to be animated in set, so it's not a problem. There's projection. Filling a room with your voice, finding the resonance of the room, and you have to find the resonance of each room. I had to find that. Now I can fill the room. It changes with the room shape. But you find the resonance, there it is again, and now you talk in that resonance because you're in a loud environment. You want them to hear you. So talk with projection, and don't forget the smile. Smile between sets and smile when you enter the set. And that goes for you too, right? That we have to remember, because otherwise you could have had a bad set and then your face is grimacing and you go, hey guys, too late. It won't open. It'll open by 300% more chance if you have a smile. Hey. Delivery. So when you have structure down, material down, then you're focusing on delivery. And how do you do that? Key 4, sets. The volume and velocity of your sets. You're in charge of your training. So the best way of doing that is doing 12 sets in a night. How many sets did you do last night?
7, 8.
7, 8? That's good, because they went long. They went longer, right? But when you do 12 sets and you merge 2 or 3 sets together, you can get more sets done in the same amount of time. So it's not just the volume of sets, the number of sets, but the velocity, the speed at which you enter sets. You know, you open up a set here, and some guys, they open up one set and come back. Then they open up the next set, come back. Open up the next set, come back. Open up the next set, come back. And they do 5 sets and they come back. And none of them met each other. That's not how you play. You play by opening this set, merging forward to this set, backwards merging to this set, forward merging to this set, forward merging to this set, backwards merging this set to these 4 sets, these 3 sets rather. And you're playing out here before you go back to your friends or go back to the base, right? So you're out here. Play multiple groups. Get your volume and velocity under control. Do a dozen sets a night, 4 nights a week for the next 6 weeks, practicing your material, getting the delivery down, and you are on your way. These are the keys. And the 5th key is instant feedback, live infield coaching, and basically model what works. Model what works, right? So that's what you're getting again tonight. And you shouldn't just be meeting us. You should be meeting other pickup artists, watching them game, and getting some feedback from them, right? Because we always help each other when we go in field, with whoever it is, you know? This is what we do. We talk about it. We figure it out. What suggestions do you have for me to have gotten that girl yesterday? Okay? I got cock blocked. I did a grade A2. She was interested. I had no trust. I did something foolish, and I convinced the girl, his girl, Baxter's girl, to talk to her for me in pulling. I should have gone with her, but she went by herself. And the girl was creeped out by that, I was told. So that was my mistake. I didn't build trust. Oops, I screwed up. I did get 2 closes, and one of them is texting me now. So it's not a bad night, but it wasn't a great night because I didn't bounce the girl back to the pad, right? Which was shitty. So those are the 5 keys. Fair? Here are the 5 keys again. If you commit the 5 keys to memory, then you can really be in charge of your training. Cool. Next up. I'm gonna go, hey guys. Hello. Hey, you're new. Hello. Welcome. Let me say hi real quick. Introduce me to your friend.
This
hey, Ian.
Lee.
Lee?
Eric.
Hi,
Lee.
pleasure.
Eric Lee. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Come, welcome. Come on in. Yeah, thank you. It's an Airbnb, so we can't smoke in here. But we can smoke out there during break. Grab yourself a seat, gentlemen. I'm just about to talk about, very briefly, the 5 DHVs. We're going to go through them one more time. Make sure that you know them. They're attraction triggering demonstrations of higher value. Now, the word value is survival and replication value. This is what attraction means to me. Attraction is not a choice. A girl, if she knows I'm pre-selected, leader of men, protector of loved ones, if she knows them, if she feels that those are true, then she will feel attraction for me, and it's a powerful attraction. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, I want the girl, when I say come over, to come over. That's what I text, come over. And then ding, 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 10 minutes later, she's at the door. She would do it if I was Leo DiCaprio. So if she's not doing it, it's because I didn't DHV like Leonardo DiCaprio has. Because if you watch his movies, if you think about the whole concept of fame, he's conveying the 5 DHVs. That's what he's done. And that's why he has a supermodel girlfriend. The 5 DHVs, once again, are 1, pre-selection, demonstrating that you have women in your life. You understand that that's 80% of attraction, right? 2, leader of men, demonstrating that you're a leader among men. That has to be put into those 3 DHV stories that you have to tell. Next, protector of loved ones, demonstrations that convey you take care and protect the ones you love. There's an umbrella of love, an umbrella of protection that you share with your friends. And if she were to come underneath that umbrella, she too would be protected like you all protect each other. She will hang out with the tribal leader and therefore get the protection of the entire circle. She's safe, right? Next is a willingness to emote, to demonstrate a rich range of normal emotions. She may not know who you are, but if she can trust that your emotions are normal, then she will feel a lot more safe in being able to control those emotions, right? Like for instance, if someone kicks a puppy, if you don't go, "What are you doing?" If you don't do that, if you just let it happen, she will think there's something wrong with your emotional circuitry. So you need to, within your stories, demonstrate a rich range of emotion. rather than hiding emotions from others. Don't hide your emotions. A lot of guys just hide the emotions and they don't convey a rich range of emotion in their storytelling. But by doing that, she'll feel like she knows your emotions are normal. She may not know who you are, but she can trust that your emotions are normal and therefore she can control them. That's the idea behind that. And 5 is successful risk taker. Demonstrations of successful risk taking. And I gave you the example yesterday was when I talked about, I built a fort when I was 12 years old. And we dug a big hole and covered it with a roof. And anyone who helped me build it became a club member. And by my telling that story, you don't have to be a president of the United States, but if you can convey that you are a successful risk taker, it triggers attraction as well. Then she'll feel attracted to you, and then you can qualify her. And then you should feel attracted to her for certain reasons too, right? And those are the 5 DHVs. All written in once. You may want to take a picture of that. And I'll talk about this next, and then we'll take a break again. I like this one. I like that soundbite, that quote. And this came into play yesterday. I'd rather aim high and miss than aim low and hit, right? The enemy of the best is the good. The enemy of the best is not the ugly, is not the bad. The enemy of the best is the good. If you're with an 8, you're not with a 10. And it's protecting you from being with a 10. So raise your standards. Go after the women you don't deserve. Go after the women that you most fear. Don't fear the success, because you should have a beautiful, beautiful girl in your bed. Why not? It takes the same amount of time. It's not harder to get a 10 than it is an 8. It's just different. You have to DHV. You got to qualify. Because an 8, I don't know how to pick up 7s and 8s. They don't respond to negs. They don't respond properly, right? They're normal girls. And I have calibrated my game specifically for the 9-10 range, right? I want supermodels. We didn't find supermodels where we're going. Oops, we're in the wrong location. They're supermodel-like. They're beautiful girls. They should be supermodels, but they're not actual supermodels. I dated a Guess Jeans girl, a Victoria's Secret supermodel. She was a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Beautiful girl. And I picked her up using my methods. So just as a case in point. Next up, let's talk about not so much inner game as it is delivery. This is kind of the delivery that was missing. We talked about these yesterday, right? In the middle of the night or middle of the morning, and I haven't hit all of them yesterday, but normally I feel like I do. I feel I am this. There are 2 sides to this here, and I'll let you take a picture of them, but let's talk about them first. The idea is to be 2 things, both the flame and the ghost. The ghost is impervious to the negs. If you get a neg, you can say, oh, I'm not in that headspace. And there I've deflected any negativity coming from the set. That's the ghost. The flame is someone who can make them laugh, who takes the chance to make the girls laugh, right? So let's go through this. The flame it's like a yin and yang, both sides to it. The yang is like being a flame who shines with such fun and positive emotion that people are drawn in by their own desire for its warmth. We want to be the flame, but we also simultaneously want to be the ghost. The yin is like being a ghost who is unaffected by anything thrown its way. Nothing can touch you or shake your emotions. So you watched me, you got a chance to see some of my sets yesterday. He had a closer chance, I think. I was shadowing you a lot closer than I was shadowing you yesterday. So you were closer to my sets. You got to see me open some sets?
Not really. I came after. When the set was
already ripped open?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if this rings true for what you saw. Did I appear to be the flame?
Yeah.
Right? Also, was I affected by any negativity? I would say that I wasn't affected by it. Here's a list of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 things on each side. What you need to be in field is both at once. And at the end of a long night of gaming, I look at this and go, was I this? Was I happy? Did I convey happiness? What about fun? Was I fun? Was I expressive? I think so. I think I put a lot of expression into my game. Always adding value. Magic is an instant value demonstrator, IVD. That's coined by Style, by Neil Strauss, the IVD. It's like a DHV, but it's instant, right? And the power of magic is not in me doing magic for a girl. It's in me doing it for the crowd. She watches the crowd and she sees I'm socially calibrated. I'm socially intelligent. That's the power of it. So that's the power of storytelling. It's not in telling the story to the girl. It's in telling it to the entire group. Merge sets, make the group bigger. Tell the story, captivate them, tap them on their shoulders, bring them in, tell them a story for just 5 minutes. And she will have witnessed that. And that's the magic. That's being the flame. Just for 5 minutes. That's all you need. So was I happy, fun, expressive, always adding value? Was I playful, positive? Was I talkative? I'm not in a confident state. I'm in a talkative state. The number one emotional state that you can be in that most helps pick up is what I'm in right now. Thanks to you guys, I've been able to get into a talkative state. It'll be a lot easier for me to open a set now that I'm back into that mode of being talkative. If you're talkative, you're conveying your personality, right? Was I curious? Well, I do a very curious qualifying. Tell me about yourself, I'm curious. I literally say that, I'm curious. Is there more to you than meets the eye? I mean, you're a beautiful young lady, but beauty's common. What's rare is a great outlook, personality, energy. And you got 2 out of 3, it's a good start. If you could be anything with no chance of failure, what would you want to be? Don't say princess. A nurse, for real. You want to help others. That's fantastic. I don't even want to talk to you about that. Just come here, hug. Right? A reason to like her is qualifying. Being curious. Making things happen. Did I make things happen? I opened sets, I merged sets, I made things happen. I showed them stuff, I talked to them, I storytold, right? Was I warm and friendly? I think I was. I didn't get in any fights, right? I didn't get in anything, even negative with the gay guy, you know?
You were negative with him?
No, I was not negative with him. We could have been.
Yeah.
We could have been because he was overstepping his bounds. But by us being warm and friendly to him, it disarmed him. He stopped being a dick because remember at one point he was pointing at you and he was touching you, you know, he was being a dick and you were laughing it off. That I think was the right thing to do. We were warm and friendly. Competent and successful. Enthusiastic. That's how we have to be in field. We have to be enthusiastic about not them, but about our material, about our stories. We're interested in what we have to say, right? And that enthusiasm is contagious. I can talk about absolutely nothing, but if I do it in an enthusiastic manner, you're gonna feel it too. So that's part of being the flame. Also appreciative of their time, saying, wow, I really appreciate having met you. Your first impression was neutral, but now that I get to know you, you're incredible. I'm so glad that my friends dragged me out to this place. I wouldn't have met you otherwise. See my sound bites? That conveys appreciativeness. And then exciting and crazy. And I created a little excitement and a little bit of craziness. Well, the excitement was created. I got some shock and awe in there. So my goal is to be the flame. Simultaneously, I also have to be the ghost. Am I comfortable, relaxed, disinterested? I think I failed in some parts, not needy. I think I conveyed a little bit of neediness because I want to win, right? And I'm winning too quick. I want to win quickly. It was my weak point yesterday, right? I'm a little compromised in my game because I already have a girlfriend. This is just for fun for me. This is sport fishing. I'm throwing back all the girls, you know? Unaffected by any negativity that comes my way. I'm unaffected. I'm the ghost and the flame. Unreactive, cool, carefree, no agenda, not trying to impress. Impressing, but not trying to impress. Not trying at all. No big deal. That's the idea of the ghost, is everything's no big deal, everything's fine. And I'm not judgmental. I don't judge people. Non-judgmental is the next one. And solid. Check those out. I want you to be both sides at once. By the end of the night, when you look at this, you have to ask yourself, did that girl see me as happy, fun, expressive, adding value, playful, positive, talkative, curious? It's all one way of being. This is another way of looking at it. Yes, we have structure. Yes, we have material and ways of meeting the objectives, right? We have a cheat sheet, and we're very logical that way. But this is more of the delivery, of the way of being, of how your overall character should be conveyed. So take a picture of both sides of that, and hopefully tonight you'll start to become both the ghost and the flame. They're superpowers.
Okay, storytelling. It's really important that you have interesting spikes within your story. So pick some stories from your life, write them out, take away the fluff talk, the paralanguage, you know, like the ifs, the buts, and the stuttering. And you can do that inside your head, by the way. So instead of going out loud when you're telling a story and you get stuck, do it in your head. Go. And then continue. Because that way you will look cool, you've added a dramatic pause effect, and you've actually gone and got that out the way in your brain, and then you can have time to think and carry on with your DHV story, demonstration of higher value. Why is this important? Because you want laughter tracks in it, you want excitement in it, and these are your spikes within the story, and it must come to a conclusion at the end. So remember, you're building a story here, so it should be like a James Bond movie. It should be they capture Bond, James Bond, right? Then the rapport stage is building stuff with the characters, learning the characters, just like an interaction. So attraction, the big car chase or him jumping out of a plane, and then it moves on to getting to know the characters, which is you both in rapport, whoever you're speaking with or the group you're speaking with, and then at the end is the dramatic like seduction scene that James Bond does, but really what that means is the person likes you and they make the move on you. So capture, bond, beyond.